All right, we are here in season 3 in Michigan.
Yay!
And we thought it would be cool to do a video on our top 5 favorite campgrounds that we stayed at in season 2. 3, 2, 1. Go. 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 We're back! I had to get the camera out because I want this on film, okay? For 5 months, Jax has been the last person out of the car, okay? Today he was the first person out. Like, nobody even got out beforehand. So tells you how much you want to see Grandma Sandy.
Top 5 that we stayed at.
Stayed at a lot of places, so we will start with number 5 and work our way up to our number 1 pick. So
stay tuned for the number 1.
Yeah. And I got my cheat sheet here, so we got them in order and all our little notes. So number 5 on our list was St. Petersburg KOA. So that was in St. Petersburg, Florida. And things that we like there was it's by everything.
Yeah, you're right by the beaches. There was a biking path. We stayed there around Christmas, so it was a little more pricey. And it had a cool, fun putt-putt course that Jax and I played at. And we got in the hot tub on Christmas Day there.
Yeah, they had a pretty legit pool and hot tub that were heated. And it was weird. We were there for Christmas, and we've been in Florida for Christmas quite a few times, but it was cold. It was abnormally cold. And they had a really good heated pool, and the hot tub was
And if it was warmer,
nice and hot.
We would have blew up the inflatable
kayak we were right on the mangroves, so we could have got the paddleboard and the kayak out, but it was cold. It was a high of like 45 the entire week we were there. So number 4 was Reagans Family Campground, and that is in northern Florida. And it was we just kind of picked a random campground to stay at.
Yeah, it had a water park, so that was one of the draws. And then when we arrived there, we were pleasantly surprised that we came just after a huge full-time family rally. So we met a lot of really great families there. There were about 50 other kids that our kids could play with, and they had organized sports for about 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
And so lots of things for the kids to do. And they have an ORV off-road thing, so if you have toys, bring those along.
Yeah, if you had side-by-sides or quads. Some people were even taking like bikes back there, bicycles.
Lots of activities for the kids to do.
And they have a brand new huge playground for the kids there too, which was awesome. I'm trying to think of anything else that was there. That the water park, same thing. It was a little cool when we were there, and we actually ended up staying for 2 weeks instead of the initial 1 week.
Oh, and there is putt-putt. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yeah, putt-putt. But that was because of the full-time family rally, and we just joined in the fun. But that was our number 4. So number 3, Big Lagoon State Park,
right near Pensacola.
That is near
downtown.
Pensacola, Florida.
It was really neat. They had the Cinnaholics that Jax liked.
Oh yeah, Cinnaholics, a cinnamon roll that Jax can eat while we're on the road. It's cool for him to be able to find something like that when we're in a town.
And it had that beachy vibe. There was a lot of nice walking paths. Normally, I believe there's a lot of alligators that you could see, but we didn't happen to see one. But definitely a place where you would run across one for sure.
And some of the walking paths were still shut down from the hurricane.
Yeah.
So they were still doing some cleanup, and
super reasonably priced.
Yeah.
It's a state park, but it was
you had electricity and water
Small
and they
playground.
had a small playground that was right by where our site was.
And then showers and bathrooms, which is nice.
Unfortunately, we were on the move, so we only stayed there 2 nights, but I mean, that's another one that I think we'd really like to go back to.
Yeah.
And
because there's the national park right there that we stumbled upon, which was sort of cool.
Yeah,
and that was beautiful.
National park, and then they have boat access there too. So if you had a boat, which some people did, you can actually drop in right there on the bay, right by the water, and good spot again to take the kayak and the paddleboard out when it's a little warmer. I feel like we hit initially coming into Florida, we hit a cold spell, and the same thing going out of Florida.
Yeah.
It was a little cool.
Yeah.
But the bulk of the time when we were there, it was warm, which was nice. So, on to number 2, getting close. Number 2 is the San Antonio KOA. And
clean. Cleanest, hands down, cleanest campground we stayed at.
Cleanest campground ever. And I'm not talking like just this season, this winter that we traveled. We've been to a handful of other campgrounds, a couple years ago when we traveled across the country, and it was just ridiculously clean. Every day they were cleaning. The staff was amazing. We even talked to some of the people there and just, we're like, hey, thank you for doing such a great job, because it was immaculate. Every day, the whole time we were there. We actually ended up staying there almost 2 weeks because of tornadoes that were going through Louisiana, so we spent some good time.
There's a tick on Maya. We gotta pause.
All right,
here.
This is what we're dealing with in Michigan right now.
Lots of ticks.
Lots of those guys. All right, and we're
back.
We're back with number 2, the San Antonio KOA being the cleanest place.
Yes. It had a really nice bike path, and nearby there were really cool playgrounds for the kids to play at.
Yeah, a really cool
The campground
little park.
itself had a nice playground. It had a nice pool. Again, the showers were immaculate. Everything was super clean.
Everything. The laundry room, I mean, for full-time traveling, like, everything was nice showing up there and being able to stay there. And I'll be honest with you, the price was pretty reasonable for a KOA with amenities.
Yeah. And they had a nice little breakfast place you could eat at, and it's close by the Alamo and the Riverwalk, which is a must-see. Yeah,
both in like downtown San Antonio area, and have to go see those if you're in the area there for sure. I'd say that was cool. And they actually had, Jax loved the Lego. Do you remember that? That was one of the things I remember the best. It was a Lego reconstruction of the Alamo.
Yeah, that was neat.
Which is right across the street. So that was pretty cool. Ready for it?
Number
Drum roll. Camp Land on the Bay. That was San Diego, California. And they just had so much.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the most expensive place that we stayed at, too. Thinking Southern California probably would have been the most expensive, but it wasn't. They were reasonably priced.
They had a nice pool and hot tub. There was a skate park for the kids. There's a nice little beach. Also lots of activities there. And we love the little Mexican cantina.
Yeah, the restaurant they have right there in the campground is awesome.
There's like a little ice cream shop.
Really they have everything. A nice general store. It's almost like a mini grocery store there. And what else? They had a stage where I'm sure they had live entertainment sometimes, like right on the beach. I mean, it was cool. You could bring your kayaks out
they
there.
Have rental equipment you can rent too.
Yeah, they had stuff you can rent, but
and it's right near a lot of things like the San Diego Zoo, SeaWorld's right there. So you could kind of see it across.
And you
the
can
bay,
drive. Yeah, you can drive up to La Jolla. La Jolla is a pretty beautiful town, downtown to walk through, in the beach area.
Got to see the sea lions and the seals.
Oh man, yeah, that was
lots to do right there.
That was that hit at number 1 because there was so much to do, and you had so much even just right at the campground to not have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Which we, I see us spending maybe a little more time there next winter. And hanging out, and the kids actually, they met some friends there, which was great. which I would say they've typically met friends everywhere we've been, which has been nice. Yeah. So for the families out there that are concerned about that stuff, I'd say that's always a concern.
So that one was actually Bella's favorite place as well, and then Jax's favorite was Reagans Campground.
Yeah.
Mainly because there were so many kids there that he could play
with. There were
with.
so many kids there. Yes. Lots of families that travel full time.
But we can't forget to give a huge shout out to our friends and family that let us stay with them along the way.
There's some honorable mentions right here. One of them would be my brother Nick and his girlfriend Blair.
Thank you guys.
Yep, we stayed at their property in 29 Palms, just outside of Joshua Tree.
Yeah, and the kids loved climbing the rocks there. It was so
Joshua
much fun.
Tree was awesome.
Such
we'll
a
definitely
great time.
Be back there. Greg and Renee in Arizona.
Thank you guys.
Yep,
You're awesome.
stayed at their house. That was an awesome time. We'll definitely hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
We're hoping to maybe spend Halloween there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
There's
we're
some
right
big stuff
by
going
our
on.
aunts, and that was a lot of fun.
Yep, able to see a couple of my
it.
aunts in Arizona there. And then the last one we want to give a shout out to is Melinda and Aaron.
Yep.
Yeah,
at
Nofo Groves. North Fort Myers. We spent a month with you guys in Florida.
Best
there.
hip camp, hands down.
Best hip camp. You know, if you're gonna be in the area, check it out. But they were awesome, and we're definitely gonna see you again too. So that's it. That's our top 5.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep. See you next week.